So look, most gurus will tell you to spend thousands on courses, build fancy websites, run paid ads, launch cold outreach, everything. Look, that's BS. You're 16, you've got no money. And that's just not the way to do it. So the thing you do have, time, hunger, and a massive advantage that nobody's talking about. Let me show you exactly how to turn being young and broke into your superpower. Look, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to launch a dual track assault. Track 1 is gonna be LinkedIn digital domination, and track 2 is gonna be real world guerrilla marketing. And look, while other agencies are burning cash on ads and spending months with cold outreach, you're gonna be the kid who shows up at their door with a personalized AI solution. And the best part, your age isn't a weakness, it's your secret weapon. Let me break this down for you step by step. First, let's talk about positioning. You're not competing with agencies. You're the 16-year-old AI native who's helping local businesses to survive the AI revolution. That's your angle. This is your generation. This is what you grew up with. That's the angle you have. Now, what industry should you target? Well, look, forget the sexy stuff. Forget the solar, the roofing, the B2B SaaS. Don't touch that stuff. Go boring. I'm talking commercial cleaning companies, B2B equipment rental, business insurance brokers, local print shops, and traditional print marketing agencies. Why? Because they need leads and they're not tech savvy. And they're not getting pitched by every AI agency on the planet. One of my longest running clients is a marketing agency who builds websites and does printing. Think branded caps, branded mugs, flyers for trade shows, all that stuff. They come to us for their digital marketing and their AI. So look, you're gonna build an irresistible offer. And your irresistible offer is simple. I'll build you an AI lead generation system for $497. But first, let me prove myself. Only cover the hard costs. That is, they just need to cover your out-of-pocket costs, and your labor is going to be the thing that you're donating to the cause. Your outcome here is to get a case study, not a dollar. After a case study, then dollars come. So let's get into the nitty-gritty here. Firstly, LinkedIn digital domination. So this is the first track. This isn't going to be LinkedIn the way that you think. Your profile headline is going to read, 16-year-old building AI solutions for B2B equipment rental companies, helping local businesses compete in the AI age. You're really going to lean into being 16 here. Now, every day you're going to send 20 connection requests with a note like this. Hi James, I'm building AI solutions for B2B cleaning companies in whatever city you're in. Would love to connect and share what I'm seeing work. Josh, in brackets, yes, I'm really 16. Now that's going to really help you stand out because you're leaning into it. And I'm going to give you a trick later on in this video, exactly how to skyrocket this thing. Now, you're also going to be posting daily content, and you're going to be rotating this between what you've learned in business today, AI tips for your target industry, behind the scenes of building your agency, and lessons from rejection. Now, for these, you can use tools like ChatGPT, like Claude, like Gemini, to help craft your learnings into well-structured posts to target the industry you're going after. And if you don't know how to use these tools, you've got to really consider whether you're ready to sell AI services versus learning AI more itself. Now, here's the secret weapon, and that is a voice note. And we're going to cover that later on. Why? Because no one else is doing it, and it proves that you are real. And this is the exact tactic that helped me land podcast interviews with CEOs of major tech companies. Now, for track 2, this is where you're going to become a legend. You're going to target 50 local businesses, and for each one, you're going to create a personalized Loom video. You're also showing how AI could transform their business. You're going to generate them an AI report card grading their digital presence, and you're going to give them either a business card with a bit.ly link on it, or you're going to include that bit.ly link on their AI report card. And here's the kicker. You're going to physically drop this off. You are actually going to print this out and drop it to their business. So there's going to be some work involved here, but this is how you get started going from 0 to 1. So here's the Loom script that converts really well. The first 15 seconds, and it's going to go something like this. Hi, this is going to sound random, but I'm Josh, I'm 16, and I'm literally standing outside your business right now. I just looked at your website and I have an idea that could help you get more customers using AI. Then the next 16 seconds, you're basically going to screen share their website. That's what Loom's great for. So I've noticed you don't have any way to capture visitors, when they leave. Also, your competitors like such and such are using AI chat to convert visitors 24/7. And based on your traffic, you're probably losing 20 to 30 leads a month from people that are out of hours. And then you're going to go into something like, hey, here's what this could look like for you. And you're going to show a quick mock-up of the site with an AI chat as an example. Or if you're going to be doing B2B email outreach, you could be like, hey, here's an example email that we could send to an ideal customer for you to get them as a client. And then why trust me? I'm 16, I'm doing this completely free, and this is just a part of my portfolio. And this is why I want to build it to you for free, just cover the hard costs. I need a case study for my portfolio, you need more leads, win-win. And then the last 30 seconds, if this seems interesting, just text me at whatever your Google number is going to be. Or honestly, I'll probably follow up anyway because I'm persistent like that. But seriously, let's grow your business together. Talk soon. Always keep it under 3 minutes because people are busy. And what you're going to do, you're going to physically drop these to all 50 businesses in week 1. So you're going to sit down, you're going to shoot these Loom videos on your computer. You're going to print out a digital report card, which is going to be a summary of the video. And you can get this digital report card created by Claude. Simply talk to it. Tell it, hey, this is the business, this is what I'm seeing. Create a digital report card format, print it with a bit.ly link to the Loom video, and go and drop it off at their business. Walk in the door and say, hey, is the owner here? I've got something to give them. Don't give it to a gatekeeper because it's not going to get to the owner, but actually physically get it to the owner. Now, the money is in the follow-up here, guys. So this is where everyone fails. A lot of people are good at the first outreach, but they suck at the follow-up. So here's how the follow-up is going to work. Day 2, you're going to text them. Day 4, you're going to call them. Day 6, you're going to email showing their competitor using AI. Day 8, you're going to text with urgency. Day 10, you're going to connect with them on LinkedIn and send them LinkedIn voice note. Day 12, you're going to show up in person. And the money is in the follow-up here. Be persistent without being annoying. Now, one of the things with follow-up is that over 80% of sales are made after the 12th follow-up. This is only 6 follow-ups. You need to continue to be persistent. And after the first 2 weeks, spread it out a little bit. Follow up with them every 5 to 7 days. Start sending them useful information. Start sending them articles about AI. You want to really be persistent. And again, being 16, you can lean into this. You're not a sleazy salesperson who is harassing them. You are a persistent, passionate 16-year-old who wants to help them. So, setup checklist. Before we go further, let me give you the exact setup checklist. Quickly pause this video, knock these out. So here's the free accounts you're going to set up. You're going to set up a LinkedIn profile using the headline I gave you before. You're going to set up a Google voice number. This is for all your business texts and calls. You're going to set up a Loom account for personalized videos, a Canva account for your one-page report cards, and a bit.ly account for trackable links. You need to see if someone has clicked on your Loom link. And then you're also going to be using Google Sheets for tracking your businesses. You can use make.com free account to learn automation basics. I've got some tutorials on this channel. There's other channels with tutorials. Learn a few basic things here. Now, physical materials. This is where your $50 budget comes in. Business cards from Vistaprint. And on there, you want to be putting a photo of yourself. You want to be putting your contact details, a big call to action, and your LinkedIn profile. Why a LinkedIn profile? Because you're going to be sharing content there. It's going to start becoming a brochure. And as you start connecting with people over the space of 30 days, they're going to be like, oh, this kid's got like 200 connections. What's going on here? That's why you're doing that. And then maybe $5 for printing the report cards at your library if you don't have a printer at home. Now, your tracking spreadsheet columns, if you're setting a tracking spreadsheet up, it should be business name, owner, phone number, etc. And you can get all this information on Google, by the way. Just go to Google and search for the businesses in your area. You don't need to get fancy. You just need to get 50 businesses and get persistent with them. If you're persistent over 2 weeks on 50 businesses like this, you're going to get a client, period. Most people just don't do the follow-up. Now, for setting up your LinkedIn profile, you're going to want a professional headshot. So think yourself with a laptop at a coffee shop. You can use tools like Fail AI to get access to high quality image generation models. If you want to send them a photo of yourself and say, hey, put me in this scenario, it's another way of doing it. And then you're also going to do an About Me section on LinkedIn, telling your story, why you're doing this, etc. And then a feature section with an intro video. So you're going to create an intro video for yourself as well for LinkedIn. And it's going to be like, hey, this is who I am, this is what I'm doing. It can just be just from your webcam. That's all it needs to be, or an iPhone. We've all got iPhones. Sit down and record something that's compelling. And look, that's it. You don't need a website, you don't need paid tools yet, and you definitely don't need to be spinning up outreach domains at this point. So, turning 16 into your superpower. Let's talk about these 3 secret weapons that no one else has. For you, 16 being your superpower is, I can charge 70% less, I've got no overheads. I grew up with AI, it's native to me. Your success is my college application if you want to go to college. And I have more time than any agency. Like seriously, stop hiding your age. This is your superpower. Now, this is a really cool thing. This is what I call the parent pitch. And this is your first huge weapon. What you want to do is you want to get your parents on board. And below's 2 exact scripts I'm going to give you. The first script is to actually have your parents ask their friends if they know anyone who owns a business. That's it. So your script is going to be like, hey, my son's 16, he's building an AI automation business. He's offering AI tools for one business completely free as a case study. Would you give him 15 minutes? That's it. Now, Dave, I'd suggest on the bot end of it, adding, fair warning, he's persistent and actually knows his stuff. Now, if you want to ask your mum and dad, the script at the top of the screen here, your script, mum, dad, I need your help. I'm building a business, helping companies use AI, and I'm good at it. But I'm 16, people don't always take me seriously at first. Do you know anyone who owns a business that might give me 15 minutes? I'm not asking them to buy anything. I want to build something for free to prove myself. This is the parent pitch. So you've got the first pitch, which is for you to talk to your parents about. The second is the script that your parents use to ask other people. Now, this is your daily rhythm, okay? This is your weapon 3. You've got time that most adults, most agencies don't have. So that's your time arbitrage. Now, let me show you exactly, how I'd recommend building a daily schedule. Before school, you're going to want to be doing your LinkedIn requests. Send them between 6:30, 7:30 every morning. LinkedIn requests, post your daily content and review your metrics. Are you getting traction with your posts? At lunch, 20 minutes, text follow-ups. If you have any follow-ups that are due that day, send them text messages. If anyone's accepted your LinkedIn request, send them voice notes and just check your quick wins. I'm not sure why this slide's cut off, but basically 3:30 to 6:30, do your physical visit. So after school, go and physically visit people. If you've got calls scheduled that day for follow-up, go and call them, email them, record Loom videos. And then at night from 8 to 9 p.m., you want to be engaging with LinkedIn. That is, you want to be finding posts in your industry and you actually want to be commenting on those posts, or people who you've followed, actually engage with their posts if they are posting on LinkedIn. And look, this schedule is sustainable and it gets results. It's not overbearing. So master tracking. You need to track everything. And look, this is the thing with follow-up. Most people don't track. I even have a personal injury client. They spend $50,000 a month on ads and they don't track their leads properly. They don't track the follow-up. I'm on them every month. They just make so much money, they don't care. They're leaving even more money on the table. So what you're gonna be doing is setting up a spreadsheet, something like this, where you've got the business, the owner, the days that it's due, the status, and what task is due on what date. Map it out and put a due date in each column. Now, the key metrics that you're going to be tracking with this is going to be how many people connected with you, how many Loom videos watched. That's why you track with Bitly. Loom also tells you, but Bitly's really clear. And then your response rate by channel, like which channel is getting the best response rate? Is it SMS? Is it phone calls? Is it emails? Is it LinkedIn? Is it the Loom videos? What's getting that? And look, this isn't success. This isn't sexy. This isn't, run an ads campaign. This isn't, do huge amounts of cold outreach, but it works. And this is for you to go from 0 to your first case study and then to your first client. Once you get your first client, yes, there are easier ways to do things, but all of these lessons you're learning here are going to work. Something most people don't know about me. When my first jobs were phone sales and door-to-door sales, because I knew I needed to build the grunt work to do this. If I can go and sell cable television door-to-door for months at a time, you can surely sure as hell lock up and say, hey, I want to give you something for free. So, objection destroyers. This is going to be the objections you're probably either running through your head as limiting beliefs or the objections people are going to give you. And that's why I want to give you scripts for 3 objections that you will hear the most. Firstly, you're too young. Now, what I want you to respond with is, hey, look, I appreciate your honesty. You're right, I am young. And that's exactly why I'm doing this free at first, to earn your trust. Plus, being 16 means I have more time to focus on your success than any agency juggling 50 clients. Can I at least show you what I built for, whatever the other business is? That's, the extended version. The next objection is, we already have marketing. And you're just gonna say, that's great. I'm not here to replace what's working. I'm here to add AI tools that work 24/7 alongside your current marketing. Or I'm here to add an additional outreach channel if you think that B2B outreach is the best method here. And look, then you just loop it. So once you've given your objection, send it back through and say, hey, think if this is a force multiplier. Like what if you could get 30% more leads from the same marketing spend? Then the last objection, we don't have any budget. And then you say, hey, perfect, neither do I. That's why I'm building my first case study for free. You get a $2,000 system at no cost. I get experience and a testimonial. And after you see results, we can talk about a small monthly fee. But let's prove it works first. And look, notice how every objection becomes an opportunity to show value. That's how objection handling happens. So, the voice note formula. This is what really supercharges your LinkedIn. When someone accepts your connection request, here's exactly what to do. And this is the perfect voice note formula. Firstly, keep it under 30 seconds. Sound excited, don't sound desperate, and mention something specific about them. Actually read their profile and give them one clear reason to meet, and end with a specific ask. Here's a template that's worked really, really well for me when I'm doing outreach. And it's, hey James, thanks for connecting. I saw you run ABC cleaning. That's awesome. Hey, quick thought. I'm 16, building AI systems for commercial cleaning companies, and I'm looking for one cleaning company to transform with AI as my flagship case study. I'll do it completely free in exchange for a killer testimonial. Would you be up for a 15-minute coffee chat this week? I'm buying. That's it. Now, of course, most of these guys aren't even gonna be local, so you don't even need to do a physical coffee. If you can though, sit down in person with these clients, with these prospects. At your age, you also wanna be building relationships. And if you haven't seen my behind the scenes video from yesterday, check it out. I talk about a super connector, bringing me enormous amounts of money and leads and opportunities because I built that human connection. Now, a few tips here for voice notes. Smile while you record it. They can hear it. Secondly, stand up, like walk around as you're doing it. More energy. It literally translates energy. And lastly, background noise is fine. Like it doesn't need to be perfectly silent. It shows you're real. And trust me, this gets 10 times more responses than text messages. It gets 10 times more responses than any other form of follow-up that you can do. And by the end of the first week, Yeah. So week 1 success metrics. I'm going to lay you out a roadmap here. So by day 7, I want you to start today or tomorrow morning, but I'd say today. By day 7, you must have hit these metrics. The first 1 to 2 days, all accounts should be set up. Your LinkedIn profile should be optimized. You should have created your target list of 50 of companies you want to target, and you should have sent your first 20 connections. Day 3 to 4, you want to be sending 10 Loom videos. They should all be recorded. Your report card should be completed, and your business card should be ordered. And the first 10 drops should be completed. So day 3, you're going to be recording the Loom videos and printing. Day 4, you're going to be dropping. Day 5 to 7, your first 50 total connections should be sent. So you should have connected with all these businesses plus more ideally. Now, your first LinkedIn post should be live by day 5 to 7. LinkedIn posts is not as important as getting the groundwork moving for the guerrilla marketing. And then you want to be starting your first follow-ups. You also want to have done your parent pitch. That is, you should have talked to your parents about asking on your behalf to leverage that element. Now, if you're behind on any of these, guys, weekend warrior mode. If you're serious about building this business, no excuses. Get in and get it done. So these are going to be the killers, and please avoid these at most costs. So the first red flag is sounding desperate. Like, never say, I really need clients, or please give me a chance. Instead say, I'm selecting one business to work with for this case study. Red flag number 2 is giving up after 1 no. The average sale takes 8 touch points. Most salespeople in America, not kids, successful salespeople, stop after the 2nd touch point. Over 80% of my clients came after the 15th touch point, and on average 2 months after I first spoke with them. My most profitable client I've ever worked with took me 2 years to close. They went with 2 other agencies before coming back to me, and since then they spent over $200,000 with me. Red flag number 3, not following up. 80% of sales happens in the follow-up, so you already know that one. Red flag number 4, overcomplicating your offer. Keep it simple. I help you get more customers with AI. That's your offer. And then ultimately either do a speed to lead style solution where their leads come in and you SMS them to get them results, kind of like an SMS chatbot, or B2B outreach. Don't complicate it, just do one of those 2 offers. They're the easiest things to sell. Red flag number 5, waiting for the perfect time. Your first Loom video will suck, send it anyway. Version 10 will suck a little less. Version 20 will start getting good. Version 50 will be great. Red flag number 6, not tracking numbers. You gotta track here, guys. You can't just trust your intuition. You're a business owner, act like it. And look, ultimately, if you wanna look at Charlie Munger had a philosophy of finding out how you can fail and doing the opposite. So success is avoiding these mistakes while everyone else makes them. So, day 14, I'm going to do what I call emergency pivots. So if you haven't got any traction, and day 14, I'd probably stretch this to day 30. You want to be doing the exact same actions every day to day 30. So if you haven't got any traction by day 30, you've done the follow-up, you've hit everything, you haven't got any responses. If LinkedIn is dead, try changing your headline. If you're not getting any responses from your physical drops, try building a gift certificate. Like swapping it from being a report card to a gift certificate, like a $500 gift certificate towards any service, and drop it off to them. You'll find that people will value that, and they'll actually call you and be like, hey, what's this gift certificate? What do I redeem it against? And then you could charge $600 for a service, give them a $500 gift certificate for it, and you can make some money there. So that's kind of it. Instead, yeah, free AI audit, hand deliver with coffee. So actually, if you have a client, you're like, I'm so close to getting these guys and I really want to work with them, walk in with a coffee for you and a coffee for them and be like, hey, I'm here to have a coffee with the owner. Like, you've got to really have some balls here and go all out. And look, ultimately the nuclear option, if you're at day 30 and nothing has worked, build something for one business without asking them. Like, actually build and, let's say a speed to lead style SMS solution, and show it to them. Like, say, hey, I've built this for you. It's ready to go live within 3 days. I want to show you, and actually have built it for their business. Now, if you're all getting meetings but no closes, lower the bar. Offer just one AI tool, not a system. You don't want to be building things, just offer one small thing you can do quickly. Now, remember, every no teaches you something. Pivot and do not quit. So, 30-day battle plan, I kind of alluded to this already. Weeks 1 and 2, set up all accounts, hit your drops, hit the LinkedIn connections. Weeks 3 and 4, follow-up blitz. You want to keep hammering this. And ultimately, you're going to be closing 3 free pilots. You want to be loading up your case studies. If you can get 3 free pilots, one of those will convert to a paid client. Once you have that first paid client, then we can start pivoting this thing to a more scalable model. And you'll take all of the skills, all the confidence, all the practice you've built from this sales structure, and you'll actually be able to hammer it out and really nail this thing. So essentially, you follow up. Week 3, you're gonna be doing a lot of in-person visits to warm leads, and you just wanna keep momentum. Like, make sure through weeks 3 and 4, you're keeping your connections up every day, 20 on LinkedIn, and you also wanna be keeping up your posts on LinkedIn every day. Now, the reason I'm saying LinkedIn, not Instagram or Facebook, is business is done on LinkedIn. It's that simple. Now, you also wanna be documenting everything. Use success stories for more outreach. Now, your move. So I know you're sitting there right now and going, can I really do this? This is a lot of work. And look, here's the truth. While you're doubting yourself, someone else is taking action. The question isn't whether you're too young. The question is, are you hungry enough? Are you ready to really get this thing to work? Because I started my first business when I was 21. I started my first marketing agency when I was about 25. I did some freelance for a couple of years before I started the agency. This business has changed my life. This business has given me the ability to travel around the world, to do extraordinary things, to have a family, to be able to look after my wife, and to have choices. And starting this even younger, like I've often said, if I have a son, and with my daughters, I've got 2 daughters, I'm going to encourage them that from age 15 to 25 is the balls to the wall years. That's the time to really hammer it out, because you've got time, you've got no responsibility, and you can absolutely hammer it. So what you need to do now is you need to show up every day. You need to consistently handle rejection, and you need to have belief that your age is an advantage and not a weakness. And if you've got those 3 things and $50, heck, if you don't even have $50, you can do some of these things I've covered here. You can build a real business. And look, if you're serious about this, here's what I want you to do right now. Screenshot this video, create your target industry, start your LinkedIn profile, and if you want me to review your first Loom video, tag me on LinkedIn or shoot me a message on LinkedIn. I'll review your first Loom video. I'll give you some critiques there. I'm here to help. That's why I'm doing this. And remember, every successful agency owner started somewhere. Why not start at 16? Why not start today? And why not you? So look, if this video has helped you, watch the next video where I'm gonna break down the AI tools that I'd be selling. And remember, the best time to start is yesterday. The second best time is to start right now. See you in the next one.